Hello wherever and whenever you are, and welcome back to PhoenixUK. It's good to see you all again. Nuclean, hello, hello, hope you're doing well. And welcome back to Chessenta's Tyranny, the upcoming original adventure from CZRPG. Okay, it is, yes, a privilege that we have been blessed with, that we get to have a sneak peek and a look. Hey, Miss Ali B, welcome in again. Good to see you. Thank you for the raid yesterday. I hope the rest of your Baldur's Gate shenanigans went well. And we have been given a chance to play through this Chessenta's Tyranny adventure before its release. So we're getting sneak peeks, and you can sneak peek with us as we are having to, giving it a bit of a semi-playtest, preview before its big review and release coming on through. Oh, no problem, Ali. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. I hope you had a good session.
Called sneak peek. I have to deal with guys every single day.
Creative synapses are firing. Unfortunately, our good Sir Guard warrior friend Scuff Llama is feeling under the weather, so we hope that they get well very soon. They cannot join us today, but we have a Luce, we have a Arius, and we have a Reese, and so we can enjoy their...
Luce, Arius, and Reese also sound similar.
Don't you're not allowed to form like subgroups like in like Japanese idol groups.
Yeah.
Just like subunits in the people's pod.
They're like top tier.
Okay, so yes, we are about to jump right into this, but a massive thank you to CZRPG for sponsoring us at the moment. If you want the chance to win some CZRPG goodies, ! Enter in chat for your chance, and we will be drawing the winner at the end of the session. Don't worry if you can't stick around until the very end, we shall extend it in your direction regardless, as we know that people have places to be and stuff to do. Now, don't fight, you two. Quietly, as it was.
Getting into character.
Indeed. As we are jumping in here, let us also say a massive thank you to Sirenscape. The wonderful folks over there will give you a free 30-day trial if you head on out and get your claws into that one. Sirenscape.com to have a go at that. Amazing sound effects and music for your games, be you round a table or scattered across the globe like we are. And then let us also say thank you to all of the wonderful sources of music that we have in our games. Hey, Moonglode, high five. If you head on over to any of the VODs on the YouTube channel, you can get the links for those channels and use them in your projects too. And give that a follow if you want to check out the VODs. The other campaigns that we run and our previous campaigns like Curse of Strahd and Descent into Avernus are all up there, and you can enjoy those at your leisure. Now, who else do I need to say thank you to? I need to say thank you to the fabulous artists that have given us this beautiful character art here, as we are blessed by the fantastic Soletine and Sephiroth for the character art here. And also, you, very soon, will get to have a nice look at the beautiful intro that Patch of QuestJunkiesUK has done to us. Done for us.
Done to us. Projected this on us.
We've been introed. Please head on over there and give them a follow and a support, as they are all fabulous creatives doing fabulous things. Emma, the reaction to the new Bjorn Hardborn art was exciting, and
yay!
I didn't tell him.
I
surprised him with it on stream, and he was just like, ah.
I am pleased.
Mm-hmm. I kept, because he turns on stream and he's in chat and stuff as well, so I kept the old picture on the opening screen so you wouldn't notice, and then when the overlay kicked in, it was just like, one of these things is different, what's going on? It was good.
Got him.
And as I think that is everything. Yes, so please jump into that giveaway if you want the chance to win, and we shall get going here as we jump into tonight's session of Chessenta's Tyranny. Oh, he's disappeared. Floof, where have you gone? Come back, Floof. Ah, there's a Floof. Hello.
His funny hair is growing back in.
Yay.
Yay.
Full Floof. That looks very comfy. Arius has disappeared.
Sorry.
Luce is going to wild shape into this.
Indeed. Look at the Floof. I know, Ali, isn't it? Gorgeous Floof. This is Baz.
Wow.
This is Baz. This is now a CatCam channel, sorry. Right, okay, let us jump into things here. Last time we were here in Chessenta, over on the Sea of Fallen Stars, the southern shores of that inland ocean, we, pulls up notes, were carousing and talking with their newly christened heebie-jeebies, the Thieves Guild, hidden beneath the ghost city of Heptios. They heard from their leader, Hippotes Swiftney, that they are very anti-Shala, and they decided that they would be rather keen to support the People's Pod of Chessenta, aka these adventurers here, if they are successful in Mirth, which is where they are headed today, and they offered them a place to stay, and they offered their support if they would do something for them and deliver a corrupt artifact that they had got their hands on, they had stolen from some cultists, and they were asked the adventurers to deliver this cursed sword, this, what were the keywords that we rolled randomly for? This shining abyssal longsword.
Hell yeah.
They asked you to deliver it to some very knowledgeable folk at the gladiatorial school in Mirth, known as the Chromatic Colosseum, whose head teacher was gifted in the ways of such things and could take care of that for you. As you rested there, you had a discussion about the various times that lethal defense was appropriate and okay to do. And then the next day, after having a nice long rest there, you crept out through the canyons beneath the streets of Heptios, which were safer to take, to make your way through, and escaped back to the main road, and continued your journey south. You met a few other people travelling on the road, and as you were camping in the stony hills travelling towards Meath, you were attacked once more by that vast, huge lion that seems to be stalking your group somewhat. You managed to damage it enough and drive it away from your camp and finish up your night's rest, during which Scuff was shown visions of greatness, wielding this longsword, and promised such things, but he managed to resist the temptations, and you all awoke the next day and continued south, feeling refreshed, more skilled, inspired. Level 2. As you leveled up. Your first level up. Congratulations. And that is where we rejoin our party as they continue travelling south. So, let us go top to bottom, left to right. Luce.
Hello.
Who are you in real life? Who are you playing? And where are they at right now?
I am Emma in the real world, but on the virtual zone, on the line, I play Lucio Lucernus, who is a ambiguously elven druid situation. And he's a good boy, loves them pranks, and currently is questioning why he is here. Why he is here, and
Fair.
at odds with some of the other party members. So we'll see where that goes.
Okay.
Talk.
Hi, Emma.
Talks.
Thank you. Okay. Gracias. Arias.
Hello,
Yes.
I am Lily. I'll be playing Arius, who is a very grumpy sea elf, calls himself Luce's best friend. We'll see how that ends up at the end of the game. He is having a bit of a rough go of it. He doesn't like cults. He doesn't like the Sir Hwagen. He is just here to protect Luce, but Luce doesn't seem to be about that life. So
And here you are, arriving at Mirth on a shores of a large body of water. I'm sure it'll be fun. Hi, Lily. Now introduce the floof.
the
We
floof.
have,
We
we have a request.
Come here.
Hey,
Introduce the
floof.
floof.
Who are you in real life? Who are you playing, and where are they at right now? Uh-huh.
My name's Basil.
Uh-huh.
I am the floof.
Uh-huh.
And I'm the DM of this campaign.
What?
I'm taking
Imposter.
over.
Imposter. Get out.
Oh, excellent.
Okay.
He is Basil.
And
This is Basil.
sneakily roguing it up down the bottom there is a sneaky rogue thief. Who are you in real life? Who are you playing, and where are they?
I am Aelin, the sneaky rogue thief,
Very
and
sneaky.
yeah, chronic illness is getting me this week, so I'm just gonna be laying down in my chair,
No problem. No
and
problem
nobody
at all.
needs to see that. If
But
y'all
thank-
can't hear me,
Thank you
I'll
for
do my
joining
best
us.
to
Thank
speak
you for
up.
joining us.
But I am
We
playing
love you.
Reese, the resident criminal. I love y'all too. And Reese is also Reese is a lover, not a fighter. He has 0 offensive spells. He's a changeling and looks like
Just me
Reese.
then.
Whee!
And every session I try so hard not to take advantage of that. 0 offensive spells, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting.
I'm trying something very different, and it's difficult, but I'm committed to it.
No, it's worth a try, definitely. I think yes, if you ever want to transfer over to Wild Beyond the Witchlight, which is designed to be possible to play through with 0 combat, you could probably bring a little pacifism to that group there as they as they rocked through the Harangon bandits camp this morning with the Fey warlock toting a gnome created poison carrot firing crossbow.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
Nice. Is that item in the module?
No, it is not. No, it is not. I'm afraid.
I might
should
ask
be.
you about what the poison DC and whatnot is.
Indeed. We were playing through the fantastic content from one Frictionless Dan. That was a sentence. It wasn't it?
Frictionless Dan.
Frictionless Dan.
I'm
Yeah,
checking my spells right now to make sure I've got something.
Some offensive ones.
Make sure I've got something.
I will beat people up for you guys.
Thanks, guys. Also, John,
Yes, mate.
I am onto you. I have a theory about the chromatic Colosseum,
Uh-huh.
and I'm waiting to see whether it is confirmed or not.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm onto you.
I'm intrigued.
This is why I'm a chaotic note taker.
I hope. I mean, your one idea. I mean, your one idea that was a chromatic chaos.
That's
was all-
close. It's close. It's close. It's close to that.
Okay.
I can see all of the notes, so I know Emma's theories, but don't understand them.
It's no problem. No problem at all. Right. Okay. So, welcome to level 2. Welcome to session 10.
Oh.
Yes, it's our anniversary. Our 10th session today, and you spend. I'm going to reward your surviving until the 10th session by having an uneventful couple of days travel. The remainder of your journey. So, let us briefly drop in on the camp. The night before, you are estimating that you will arrive in Mirth. As you are sat around that campfire, finishing up your dinner, some captured game and things from the nearby countryside, what do you discuss doing? What is your plan of action as you arrive at the town? Let's look at what we know so far, right? You know that they are gearing up for the Festival of the Great.
Festival of the Great, is that the official name of it?
I believe so.
Okay,
I think I remember that properly. I hope I remember that properly.
that's fine. We have a sword we need to deliver. And we're
Indeed.
meeting someone here, right?
This is where you were told to meet your mysterious benefactor.
Benefactor. Meet. Mysterious.
Who could that be?
Luce is kind of poking the sword with a stick around from like one side of the campfire, and he's just saying, "Hey guys, look, this is not his voice. Hey guys, I don't know about you, but I have a feeling that if we're performing in this gladiator festival show, then our mysterious benefactor may even find us before we even have to figure out who they are."
Maybe.
It's very positive.
Maybe. Hey, Matt Cleedon.
Sorry for trying to look on the right side.
That we participate in those games.
You what?
Also, like, Reese is just kind of moving, like, just subtly moving the stick away from the sword that is cursed.
Poking it.
Don't harass the
Arius
sword.
whacks it away. Don't touch the sword.
Okay, let me...
I've been holding on to it for ages, and he seems fine. Scuff in the corner. Oh. He's gotten a mysterious cake from somewhere.
You are terrifying. Okay, I'm going to leave your tokens up there near Huptios as you travel down here. Your camp at the moment is in a beautiful spot, as if you turn your back away from the campfire and get your night vision back after its glare, the star-studded field of the night sky is interrupted by the moonlit, snow-capped peaks of the Sky Riders there. The massive mountains that are marching off to the east as you travel down south here. And beyond them, you know, the Agni Zoe Daisos forest is there. And beyond that, if you curl around and to the shores of the Mythmere Lake, you will find the city of Myth. Small, cozy, sports excited city, ripe for revolution. Apparently. There's lots of anti-Shala sentiment there from all reports. So, let me jump over here as well on my screen so I can move the token. Okay, so yeah, you are kind of just on that crux there between the foothills of the Skyriders and the edge of the Agni Zoe Desos forest.
That is a big body.
So, what would you like to do? How are you going to get in through the gates? Are you going to be pretending to be, visitors for the festival, or are you going to use the uniforms that you have, or what?
Arius taps his skull. I'm not the ideas person.
I'm full of great ideas, but most of them end in chaos. So I don't know.
He just goes, Reese?
Okay.
Parentheses and arrest. So.
Say, Reese just changes his face to just like a generic-looking half-elf.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy for you to look generic.
I was going to say, good for you. Really, I appreciate your skills.
These are not skills we possess.
No.
I'm blue. And Luce is...
Achoo!
Luce.
Leaves. In fact, he looks a lot more leafy today than he ever has before.
Arius is just picking them off every now and then.
No, don't!
Ouch.
No.
Yeah.
Please
Reese
don't
is
do
kind of like just tuning like his lute while like looking over the pair of them, like like trying to come up with an idea.
They're squabbling now.
Look, we can like put together some really cool, I don't know, like
I think
disguise, like the same thing we did in the tunnels when we pretended to be a god.
We can be a donkey. You can be the back half.
Now that's
okay.
something is happening here, and I don't understand.
Scuff kind of like giggles to himself over the other side of the fire. He's like, us.
Scuff, go back to being possessed by a sword, please.
Alright. You got a piece of this one out. You've had a rough day.
Okay, so I think utilizing what we do best.
Careful.
Set up. If we set off a distraction, Just something small,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit chaotic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We can get through the gates while kind of making it look like we're going to the festival with everybody else.
Let me have a think of all the things I can possibly do. I'm genuinely having a think.
Arius is just sitting with his hammer, like, I'm only good for certain things.
Yeah, it's such a shame. If only
What?
you had more of a wide skill set.
A
He
voice.
pulled another leaf off.
Ow! I don't like it. Please stop.
A voice.
What
A voice
kinds
calls.
of certain things?
A voice calls out from the edge of the tree line of the forest there. I do think you're overthinking the whole thing. And you see on one of the low hanging branches of one of the trees, Phenicus is
Hey,
lounging.
Medicus!
Ferret man.
Hey, you're
The
back.
ferret!
Yes, I got distracted by a few tasty morsels, and you caught up. I got sick of waiting in Heptios, sorry. Got a bit of a head start, you know. I'm heading to Meth as well, if you remember.
I do. We do.
It wasn't quite down with your leisurely sightseeing tour of a schedule.
What part of getting attacked by a lion was leisurely sightseeing?
That lion again? Didn't you?
Same one.
What did you ever do to that lion?
Nothing.
Well,
I spoke to
Lucy
its
Slept
wife.
too close
Maybe
to
she
its
finally
wife.
realised it was too good for the male lion. And she wandered off on her own with the kids. Took the kids.
well, fear you not.
Seen it
'Cause
happen.
Phenicus shall look after you this eve, and I shall guard this camp with my non-meager life.
So what are your suggestions for getting into the city?
There's a big opening in the palisade. It's called a gate, and
Uh-huh.
there's tens and almost hundreds, I would say, of people going in and out of it every day, especially with the festival coming up.
You think we should just walk in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, great. That one's solved. Let's go to bed then.
Yeah, I think it's not like, you know, there are wanted posters of you circling around the entire country or anything. I'm sorry, but you weren't that high-profile prisoners.
I just avoided the bridge tax, so it seems like a waste of paper.
I mean, I think I've wreaked a lot of havoc, so I'm surprised I don't have a name for myself yet.
Something to work on. And I'm afraid, yes, you're going to have to stir up a bit more rebellion before Charlotte takes notice. Maybe someday.
Do we want to stop
Foreshadow.
rebelling? I suppose there's nothing to do except rest up and get ready tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
We should take watches and shifts though of 2 because the lion tried to eat me last time.
Okay.
I'll go with Reese.
I'll go with Ferret. Ferret, you're great. You're great to spend time with.
This isn't like holds the bridge of his nose. But if I'm on watch when you're on watch, then I don't get to enjoy your dreams, Luce.
Exactly.
Then I'll go with Reese and Ferret can go with Arius.
Great, cool.
That's one of the other options.
What are the other options?
The options are you two work out your issues together.
We don't have any issues.
There's nothing
What?
going on here. Stop it! I don't like people touching my leaves. I'm very self-conscious.
It's just so many of them.
That doesn't mean all in my head.
You know, I think
We have no
maybe we
issues.
might not actually get sleep if they are on watch together.
Point well taken. Well, I mean, I don't need to sleep, so whilst Lucy's sleeping, I can grab myself a snack and we could keep watch together. Perhaps we could do some guided dream work, Luce. Maybe have a chat through what kind of dreams you're going to do. Do you have a menu for me? Can I pick and choose?
Yeah, just all of them. Have them all. I don't want to see a single thing. I want to float in a void.
Have you ever considered talking about your nightmares?
No.
Alright.
Why would I do that? That's silly. There's nothing wrong with me.
I've been told that talking helps.
All the talking I've done has gotten me into a worse position than I am currently in right now. So.
Alright.
Someone who advocates for talking seem to be fairly quiet, Arius.
No, I just want Luce to spill the beans on the dreams.
There is nothing wrong with my dreams. I just don't enjoy them.
Farrah, what does Luce dream about? You got any indication?
I have been sworn to secrecy, I'm sorry.
Yes, you have. That's true. Thank God. I don't really even want to know what's going on.
What do you dream about?
Nothing. As far as I'm aware. I haven't seen my dreams. No, I have seen things.
Also, sorry to disappoint, but I just feed off the energies of them. I am not aware of what's actually being experienced.
Okay.
Arius just glares at Luce. Until you tell me the truth, I'm not speaking to you. He turns around.
And Fennicus pulls out a little set of pipes and starts playing to himself up by the trees there.
Reese joins in with the lute.
Well, this is nice. I'm going to make the most of Fennec Fox being here, and I'm going to sleep.
Okay.
Wake me up when it's time for lunch. And I will sleep with a lot less resistance than I usually do.
So, Arius and Reese first?
Arius is hugging his hammer. It's like new best friend. Friendship ended with Luce. Hammer, new friend.
So, Arius, Reese, please.
Perception? Oh.
Could you give me a perception check for your watch?
Very
Okay.
Yes.
14.
Okay,
Oh, sorry.
Just leaving-
14 on the die, 18 on with the modifier.
noted.
Mine is 24.
Nice. There are some creatures out in the trees in the forest, and Arius, at one point, you do see a larger shadow moving across some of the lower snow slopes of the Sky Riders there, but it doesn't come towards the fire.
Okay.
And it is a relatively peaceful watch. And after the relevant amount of time, Luce, after a blissful night's sleep of consumed dreams, you are awakened, and Arius and Reese bed down next to the fire.
Arius meditates with his back to Luce.
I poke him with a stick.
He just smashes the hammer between them. Don't cross this crevice.
Wasn't gonna. Yeah, I really showed him.
Starts glowing.
And do you want me to roll?
Please.
Same thing I got.
Ah, plus 6, 24.
Nice.
Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Yes,
Good, good rolling there.
Yeah, good.
Once Arius and Reese appear to be trancing or sleeping properly, Fennicus comes over. He's like, "Do you remember any of those dreams, Luce? It's a cornucopia of flavors. Seems like a fairly turbulent experience if I wasn't here."
enough nightmares to know I'm not liking what I'm seeing. So what's wrong with me wanting to sleep peacefully for once?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I'm just worried that you do get to sleep when I'm not around.
I mean, it's very personal, so I don't really want to talk about it.
No
But
problem.
I used to like, and then Luce thinks about it, and then he says, "Yeah, no, I have bad dreams, and I don't feel super comfy sharing them."
That's fine. That's fine. As I said, I'm not aware of the contents of the dreams when I feed. By the way, everyone who's watching, Phoenicus is a dampier who feeds off the psychic energy given off by dreams. Especially tasty, tasty nightmares.
I think Luce will probably look over at Arius and Reese, and he looks a little bit envious of the ease at which they're sleeping.
I'm not sleeping. I'm
Trancing. And he just says, "Let's not think about it." So, you're what? What, a dampier? Like a vampire?
If you recall, that's rather nasty Nosferatu in the
Yeah.
catacombs beneath Apesco. Is the one responsible for the half-assed attempt that led me this way.
Yeah.
I was promised full vampirehood. And you know what? I quite like this halfway point. Has its advantages. In that it doesn't have some of the disadvantages of being the full vampire.
It's true, I suppose. I don't really know anything about vampires. I've never met one other than that Nosferatu. Even then, didn't get that close. Seemed like he seemed a bit like aggressive, if I'm honest with you. Wasn't sure if I felt very welcome in his lair.
He wasn't what he once was when I first met him and was taken in by the promise of immortal life. Extended beyond natural death. It was a creature like that is a vampire that has gone a bit feral, shall we say. No class, no class at all.
Are there other kinds of immortal beings out there?
Of course, yes. I've heard very powerful wizards are able to transform themselves into something similar. Undying, if you like.
And like greater beings, I guess like gods and like archfey are also just immortal, aren't they?
Archfey, eh? You know, those leaves you're very protective of. Where do they come from?
Must have skipped a generation. I don't know my grandparents. My parents don't have them, but I have them. So I'm just a regular person with these things on my head.
Mm-hmm. From Erebos, yes?
Yeah. A lot of folk tales about Erebos. I'm sure you're aware. Lived in Chessenta for long.
Oh yes, very, very long time. It's not so much Erebos as the Adder Swamp.
Yeah,
There's
swamp, eh?
fair few fey crossings in there, if reports are to be believed.
Cross that off my list of places to go. I've heard scary things.
Well, How are you with lycanthropes?
I guess fine. We met one the other day. His name was Hippotes. Am I talking too loud for them? Are they going to wake up?
They seem accustomed to your volume.
Yeah.
Reese kind of smirks in his sleep at that.
You met one?
Yeah, Hippotes.
What are you talking about?
Wereball. Wait, oh my gosh, are you two natural enemies? Vampires and lycanthropes? Seems a bit cliche, I know, but I'm just wondering.
There was a friend I had once. Kate was her name. She hated lycanthropes, but so I'm not going the Twilight route. I'm going older than that.
Oh, damn it! I tried.
And know before you ask, we do not sparkle in sunlight.
I do sometimes.
Where boar, you say? Well, that's a different thing altogether. And up in the Adder Swamp, it's the were crocodiles you need to look out for. Beware, if you will.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so there are were crocodiles in the Outer Swamp, which we're never going to. So even more reason to not go there. Great, love that. And this has been a really fruitful conversation.
So if you're feeling homesick, maybe you could find a lost glen off in the forest here. I'm sure there'll be a way home in such a wild place as this.
Don't know how I'll get to Erebos through a glen. Ferret.
Erebos.
And if you're implying something else, then that's very silly of you. So I am going to prepare my prank for the others. I've got something really good this time, and I think it's going to work real great. So I'll leave you to perceive whilst I mess with this. And Lucy's going to start rummaging through his stuff.
And the rest of the evening passes without incident. And you awaken the next day, a mere day's travel from the walls of Meth. I think the most unsung talent of Dampiers is their ability to hold a conversation and play the part of flute at the same time.
Yeah. When everybody wakes up, I take out a very small tin with like a very homey Danish sort of inspired design on the top, and I'm just saying, if anybody wants any cookies.
Arius looks at the tin, looks at Luce, and goes, "No."
No one wants one?
I'm good, thanks.
Okay, well you'll need this anyway, I'm sure.
I'm not going to be so mean as to have Scuff try one without Llama here.
Right, that's fine. I take the tin back. One day these will be waiting for you and you'll want them.
I'm sure they will be better used on somebody else.
Yeah.
Because Luce is spiteful.
Now, Luce, I just want to make sure we're not we're not using any meta knowledge or anything. Okay, the section of the map there, off to the side of Mirth, which says the Forbidden Tower, is not within Luce's awareness of the world. No.
Wait. What? I didn't see a Forbidden Tower.
Just southwest of Mirth. The Forbidden
Tower.
I mean,
I know nothing about
that whole hex is a thing. It's like the Forbidden Tower on the edge of the moor of the God Swallower.
Oh,
Yeah, you know.
cool.
Good.
That's what we scared.
Yeah, you've heard very scary things about that particular part of the land.
Okay.
Now, you pack up your things, stamp out the fire, shoulder your packs, and set off once more. And as you start to make your way down and you intersect with those other roads coming in from the west there and then coming up from the south, you find the road becoming busier and busier as it seems a lot of people are converging on Meath for this festival, which, according to reports, will have started already, so it will be in full swing when you arrive. But your friend and mysterious benefactor, Charis, had said that they were going to meet you later on in things there, so there is not... where is she? There she is. Does that show up?
Charis, that's who we're meeting.
Charis, indeed. Oh, no. It was only in CZ's for some reason. Just a moment, everyone. Let me try that again. Charis.
Don't judge my handwriting. Sometimes my brain works too fast. Charis, she's so pretty.
Charis. I can't. Can I make this picture bigger? It's not a handout, so I guess I can't. No.
Oh wait, if you click on right, you're on. That's not gonna work. Never mind.
Ah.
I managed to make it larger, but only by doing weird stuff.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. She can be lurking up in the corner there. Right. So yes, she had promised to meet you towards the end of the festival anyway. So you have a chance to make some friends, Luce, and get settled.
Hell yeah.
Charisse arrives later in the city and is like, I'm looking for these people, and she's like, oh yeah, they got chucked out of town long ago. Hey, Shanae again, good to see you. Okay, so the weather is fair, a blue sky with a few white clouds skidding across in a high altitude wind as you make your way, and rounding the corner of the Agni Zoe Dassos forest there, you start to come down from the foothills of the Skyrider Mountains, and you get your first glimpse of the large body of water that is Methmere.
Ari's like, ugh.
Luke looks like he wants to reach out and try and give him a reassuring pat, and then stops himself last minute and is like, no. You're not talking.
Aris doesn't even notice this. He's just staring like, ugh.
Hang on, let me grab the proper thing here. Sorry, I thought I had it. I had a different one open. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. I want this. Okay. So, yes, you skip. Where is it? There we go. So yeah, after this long and mildly dangerous at times journey down from the north, you see what appears to be your destination. According to the last milestone, at least, that you found a couple of hours ago. In the distance below you, a massive lake can be seen, stretching as far as the eye can see in the distance, and there are a couple of rivers flowing into it from the mountains and the surrounding lands. On the edge of the lake is the decent-sized building and collection of buildings that is Meth, protected by palisades. You can see as you get closer a large fort on an elevation in the town, and next to it is the edge of the large forest that you've been skirting around. You can see that there's quite a lot of movement. There are several tents and camps arrayed around the town as people have gathered for the festival. And from your elevated position here, you can see beyond the town towards the lake shore, there is a small port there with a ship at the dock and several fishing boats tied up there as well. So, as you fall in and kind of go into the flow of everyone streaming towards the gates of the town. You basically pass through. Everyone is being questioned. There are, there are guards in uniform on the gates as you arrive there, and a couple of them come over. Yes, what is your business in Bath?
Attending
Sightseeing.
the festival.
That too.
Sightseeing and the festival. We recommend the
I need to fight.
best of luck
It's
to
a
you.
festival.
Any word on which contest or day of things you will be taking part in, so that I can bet against you?
Good one.
Want to tell me your name, sir?
My name?
Yes, sir. Or
My
ma'am.
name?
Or distinguished individual guard.
If you must, my name is Absyrtus.
Absyrtus.
Welcome
Well,
to
you know
Bath.
what's absurd? How I'm going to absolutely crush the gladiator contest with my crew.
You're right, that will be absurd. So Iris is like just over the shoulder.
Yeah, Arya just bears his teeth.
I want to get a good look at this guy. What's he wearing? How is he a general? Is he a foot soldier?
Yes, well, local guard and gate guard.
Local guard?
Come on, Luce.
I've got beef with you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. He's a vegetarian.
No.
Keep walking.
I'm not fucking scared of him. I'm a vegetarian. That's so good. Absurd.
As you walk off singing that song, the Absyrtus turns to his friend and shakes his head. Bards.
But I'm gonna ruin this guy's life, guys. Just you wait.
Yes.
And you make your way into the bustling streets of click, 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 click. Muff. Engage bustling streets.
I hear
Yes, there are all sorts of people moving about the place, all different lineages, all different backgrounds, some fairly well-to-do looking folk and lots of locals, lots of street hawkers moving around, selling their wares, different bits and bobs that are on sale here, and people selling souvenirs and little tacky mementos of the festival, and little fake laurel wreaths that you can pretend you won something and things like that. And the streets are thronged with people and occasional sheep, and they and I think there's just a sorcerer who's like saying, "Somebody help me! The wild magic surge! Anyone? You just have to knock me to 0 HP. Anybody? Who hates sheep here? Anyone hate sheep?
like sheep.
No problem with sheep.
Damn it! Okay.
Sheep are my allies.
As we're coming into town, can
Yes.
I keep an eye out for essentially like markers of Thieves Guild locations?
Indeed, you may. Yes, of course. Keep an eye out for thieves' cant secret markings and things about the place. Give me a perception check if you're looking for it.
Sheep.
All right. That is 22.
Oof, excellent. Okay. You kind of smile to yourself as you notice a couple of well-to-do looking houses which are marked to be done over in the upcoming weeks, much to the unbeknownst to their affluent owners, and you do not find anything immediately in the area around as you're entering into the town, but you know from experience that like towards the kind of market area and those kind of areas of the town is probably a better source of finding your bearings in that regard. By the way, I can take you to the official map of Myth
Ooh.
from the module. Well, the farmland at the moment. Sorry, Therese. Goodbye. So, I give you the one with the numbers on so you can shout out, we want to go there. And
Oh, cool. Okay.
You can make yourself a little legend of the map as you go. And so you can remember where's where.
Yeah, I'll write down. So what number approximately are we at the moment?
So you are coming in from the north, so you're coming in towards the gate at number 4 is where Absirtus was guarding.
Okay.
So you've come in through those farmlands there, the 16 farmlands there. And let's me remind myself. Yeah, those outlying farms there are called agroctimas, apparently. The agroctimas, or farms, encompass a radius of about 20 miles around the town, ensuring that everyone in Mirth has something to eat. There are dozens of them are all around the town, each with its own focus and speciality. Every morning, the farmers take their carts and go into Mirth to sell their products, buying what's needed for their families in return.
Are there any cabbages?
Are there any what?
Cabbage cart?
My cabbages!
My cabbages! I will. Right, Luce has a new objective. If he sees a cabbage cart, he's going to find a way to,
Destroy it.
Destroy it. That's what he's going to do. You know
Hey,
it's true.
Crimson
Sabotage it.
Rockstar. Hello, how you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, you also say hello to the cast, so yes. That's you too.
Hello.
How you doing, Crimson? Good to see you. Mooncloud, if there are lycanthropes around, is it possible the sheep are people too? Just
It's always the
saying.
sheep are always people.
Always.
The sheep are
Always.
always.
I mean, the amount that wild magic sorcerers pop up in like our one-shot roulette in the games, I mean, you know,
True.
it's quite possible. Oh, coming back, watch out. That was an apoth on a car and a horse there. Just like,
Oh.
like out of the
Wow.
way, Peck. Okay. You arrived there at the North Gate, also known as Lipivorius. You have all these nice Greek-sounding names as well.
Nice.
That's one thing I love about this setting. Like, people that don't know Chessenta, it is in Forgotten Realms in lore location. It's kind of a mix of Greek and Egyptian tradition, and the gods and things. It's very cool. What is 26? I'm curious now. Sorry, I'm also getting to know the town as we arrive here. The clusters of buildings there as you came through the gates were basically slums, just like up against the walls, the palisades there. Located just outside the north gates, these shacks are where the less fortunate folks live, flanked by farms and Mirth's graveyard over there, 27. There are not many people living in these slums. Most of them are just like parts of a village that work on the farms. They're all the various farmhands and things that come and go from there, and who are now, as the way Shara has taken over everything, they are employed by the state. Now, Luce, as you pass in through the gates there with the throng of people, you get to experience a nice view of the Dasus, which is that lovely little bit of forest there on your right as you come through the gate. Between the north gate, yes, Dasus. Between the north gate and the keep up on the hill, there is a small forest, a Dasus, which is protected by the wall. The few elves that live in Mirth like to visit and interact with nature, and often come to this woodland area here. You recognize that, Luce, if there's any way that you want to commune with nature, if you want to, in touch with that side of things, this would definitely be a place to visit. And as you make your way into the main interior, there are all kinds of kind of plain, kind of white walled buildings making up the majority of the buildings here. Very kind of Greek themed kind of buildings here, quite square shapes. Some of them with overhanging bits at the front with columns supporting the roofs as they have covered areas at the front of the steps there. And then in front of those are all sorts of awnings and brightly coloured coverings on market stalls and impromptu festival things that have been set up here and there, and people bringing their wares, because festival goers aren't really going into the shops all over the place here, right? They're kind of browsing as they walk through, so a lot of the shopkeepers have put their wares out onto the street so that people can get tempted by them as they're walking by.
What kind of things do we see?
Let's have a look here. There are all sorts of wooden articles. The proximity to the large forest, there's lots of carved bowls and plates and other woodworked items. There are some very nice pieces of pottery in that kind of Greek style design on the outside. A lot of them depicting athletes and gladiatorial poses and things as the festival is going on here. The town is very busy with people everywhere. Wherever you go, people's voices can be heard talking and shouting out to each other. Occasional animals to and fro here, but the voices overpower that most of the time. You notice there is an efficient patrol of Jedricks, the guards through the streets all the time. And the main roads of the town here are paved with these large slabs of brown stone.
Is there a fish market?
Down towards the docks there would be, yes, definitely.
Arius looks so hungry. He's like...
Right, look, I know we're not talking, but I can haggle the best prices on it.
He's already drifting towards the smell. He's like, yeah.
Yes, and I mean this is a lake here, so it doesn't smell as bad as a ocean port would. But
what do you mean smell bad?
the ports, not the ocean itself. The ports smell awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the wild ocean itself is lovely. And Luce, you quite like this place, and there are lots of trees that have been left up in the streets here, and so there's lots of green foliage. But others are awash with pink flowers. As we play, right outside my building, right here, there are lots of beautiful sakura trees. Yes, it has just hit my city here in Japan.
Tree
Yeah.
house.
This weekend is peak timing for the sakura.
Yeah. I think Luce is going to see the beautiful trees, be like, wow, that's so nice. And anyone who's looking at him will suddenly see, as he's kind of like enjoying the scenery, the leaves in his hair start to like mimic the leaves on the sakura trees.
Arius pulls him up. He's like,
I told you to stop doing that! Why is it pink? I say as a kind of like,
I don't know, it's really interesting. Fish?
Stop! And you pull me by the hair, I guess.
Yeah, he pulls on his hat.
To the fish market.
A couple of festival goers come over and just tip you like a couple of silver. It's like, oh, very funny, very funny. Mistook you for clowns or something.
Okay, wait. When Arya says we can buy fish with that, I look down at my hand and really think hard about it, and then I say, come right up and see the magnificent colour-changing tree man. That's me.
Hey, Epsilon.
And I'll try and change the leaf colour again to be like a different colour. I don't know if that actually is possible.
You kind of focus and squint your eyes, and Arius and Reese, as you're looking, nothing happens, and you're thinking, maybe it's not possible. So let's move on. And people have briefly looked to see what this exclamation of intent was, and they were kind of looked curiously, and then nothing happened. So people started drifting away again. So you're like, no, maybe it doesn't work, and you carried on walking, and Luce, as you continue walking, and you pass away from that pink tree, and you go beneath the next tree, which is a bright red-leaved tree.
Oh no!
The leaves in your hair switch to adapt to the tree you are beneath instead.
Can I make a charisma check to try and a performance check to try and get more money from this colour changing effect?
Give me a persuasion check first to try and get people to come.
Okay. Oh no. 7. Wait, do I have a diamond? Do I have anything?
I had no inspiration at the moment, I'm afraid. Sorry.
No, I'm so sad.
Only Scuff has it and he's not here.
That's sad.
I'm afraid. Anyone with enough channel points to help out our beleaguered adventurers here?
It's alright, I understand. Luce will see if he can passively make money.
This is probably enough for a
passive
fish.
persuasion.
Yeah.
I think there is a small child who was still curiously following you, and they see as you go under the next tree, it changes, and they're like,
I hiss at the child.
Don't hiss at the child.
runs away.
I dance in front of the child. Like a monkey.
Phantom has given you an inspiration crystal, Liz.
Can I use it?
I think the applause of the child may have given me enough to give you another opportunity. So yes, have a go.
8.
One better.
Thanks, guys.
Like I say, the child's applause had drawn some more attention again, but then Arius's hiss drove everyone away.
Okay. One fish.
But thank you, Phantom. Thank you.
Thank
It was
you.
worth a try. It was worth a try.
It was really worth the try.
It was. So yeah, there are also like a bunch of the houses have lawns and gardens in front of some of them there, and scattered throughout as you're moving into the town here, there are statues all over the place. They represent men and women in battle position, some in an oratory position, and up in the sky above, Arius, you kind of get a little sense of home as there are gulls flying about. Yeah, thank you, Zerscape. And
I mean, a fish.
basically, like from wherever you are, number 2 there up on that big stone bluff there, that is the Parthenona, which is the main temple and the main kind of sporting ground as well. And you can see it rising up on top of that stone bluff there with its huge white columns supporting the base of the roof, and the roof itself is topped with an impressive gold statue. Those who saw the introduction earlier would have noticed a artwork of Mirth behind Arius in the opening.
Yeah.
That is Mirth there, and I have it for you actually here. Here you are, everybody.
Artwork of Mirth behind Arius. What's going to happen to Arius?
Enough.
Also, for those statues, would we recognize any of the figures depicted?
That's interesting. Good question.
They do not seem familiar to any of you. No.
Okay.
If you want, you could ask about them if you wanted to try and see anything, find out anything. So yeah, there's the Parthenona up on the top of the hill there. It's one of the other larger buildings there. And you see the cherry blossoms there as well. I didn't think there was such a thing in that kind of area of the world, but it's the same in the Assassin's Creed game as well. There's just there are all these beautiful cherry trees from time to time, so it must be a common thing.
Arius has taken Luce's hand and is just like, come on, fish, come on.
Okay, so yeah, you start to make your way through. Along with the Parthenona up there on the rocky bluff that you can see there, the other building that you can see from anywhere in the town is the fort, of course. Which is towering up over against the north walls there. The walls are very tall and made of grey stone, and they stretch up fairly high, so you can just see the tops of a couple of buildings inside, but not very much, with the height of those external walls there. I think you want to head, Arius, towards the Agora, and I'd say actually all of you, just with your passive perception, as you're moving through the town here, you almost immediately see what Cherise was talking about, as those that are clearly not people visiting for the festival, those who are local people. Every time one of those Jedrick patrols goes through, they kind of shy away from them. There seems to be a different, it's kind of anti-establishment vibe going on.
No one pays the bridge tax here.
Damn right. And let's see here. So yeah, where is the agora? I'll find that for you. Hush.
Arius's mood has improved so much at the prospect of eating a fish. He's so happy. He's almost not frowning. It's really impressive.
Wow.
Like,
Number
I'm really-
10. Number 10 there on the map is the main market area, next to that nice kind of open parkland there, which is number 15 there. So yeah, as you make your way down the main street, looking around at all the various buildings, very convincing tourists, all of you, well done. And yeah, you find yourself at the agora there, which is just off the center of the village. There, you'll see all the tents gathered around that parkland, and that main street that just circles the park is the main kind of shopping street there. And there are all manner of stalls clustered there beneath the Parthenon, but not too far from the port, so there is fresh fish there as well, Arius. You can smell it immediately. The agora is made up of several colourful tents where the residents of Meath sell their the diverse products. There's food, stone and wooden statuettes, drinks, fabrics, perfumes, tools, etc. Everyday traders use their handcarts and wagons to take their products to the market, and they return home at the end of the day when everything's done. There are Jedrick patrols around still, just in case there's any confusion and a little bit of aggro between people bargaining aggressively loose. I won't say that any of that aggressive haggling.
Understood. Fish, fish.
I think
Best place to check is any oyster carts, because sometimes they're lazy and they don't realise there's pearls in them.
I don't want pearls. I want fish.
Okay.
and a large let's see, a large tabaxi kind of like lounging against a column at the side of the road overhears this, and they're like, fish, you say?
Fish.
Oh, if you were wanting fish, I must recommend the Nerastomo.
The what?
The Nerastomo. It is mouth-watering in the common tongue. It is famous for its delicious fish.
Sorry, is this a kind of fish or is this a person?
It is a tavern renowned for its fish cuisine.
You mean they cook the fish?
In a variety of ways.
Ew. Where can I get the live fish? The fresh caught fish?
Oh, in here in the market.
Do they have sushi?
What is sushi?
I'm sorry, I forgot. I speak Draconic sometimes by mistake. Do they have raw fish?
Sorry, Emma, sorry to break out for a second. For April Fools, at the start of our Wild Beyond the Witchlight session for April Fool's Day, we just did the entire intro in Japanese.
That's wonderful.
So good. That's so funny.
Chat was like, what is going on?
What's happening?
Where's the subtitles button?
That's so funny.
Yeah, we had a good time. Because like everyone in that stream speaks
Oh, true.
Japanese, so. Because it was Stefan Colby and then Scarlett, so everyone speaks Japanese.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's so good.
And it was Stefan Colby's first session back after the wedding, so we were talking about the wedding and all sorts of things, just rattling on Japanese.
That's so good.
So yes, apologies to everyone who had to sit through that. Okay, so this large tabaxi recommends this tavern to you, and it's also as it works as an inn there. But you remember the thieves promised that there would be somewhere to stay if you delivered this item for them.
Wait, who are we delivering it to? Wait, wait, guys. Thank you, Tabaxi.
Pleasure.
Sorry, that seemed rude. Thank you. What is your name?
My name?
Yeah.
Let's see. I am Kassir.
Thank you, Cassia. We will definitely go and test this place out. I will turn to the others and just sort of say, shall we deliver the abyssal longsword that's very shy to a religious organization who could look after it.
Can I get a fish first?
We could get a fish and then do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
How
need
do
to
you,
go
how do we
to
feel about our
the-
Reese?
I'll say Reese has been kind of moving back and forth between being with y'all and not.
Where are you going?
Basically, you notice Reese vanish into the crowd whenever you start drawing attention to yourself.
So constantly.
Yeah. I believe we need to go to the chromatic
That's where
Coliseum
it's going.
to deliver
Okay.
Mhm.
Understood.
our
So we get a fish.
package.
Arius has walked off to a fish cart. He's stolen the money that Lisa earned. He's like, I think this will buy a fish.
Okay, so yeah, you're gonna have over there.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a fan, Arius, it's very easy to track down because as you're kind of wandering around, kind of following your nose, looking around, you hear the unmistakable cry of fresh fish.
Cool. Right. He walks right up, holds out his hand, fish.
Sorry, the original Aladdin movie is fantastic.
It's
Okay.
Fresh fish.
You, as you're making your way towards it, there is a jewelry stand next to the fish stand for some reason, and the purveyor of jewelry there goes. I think, is it necklace? I'm trying to remember the quote from the
I don't
film.
remember. We should know this.
No. Yes, necklace, I think.
It's his next, right?
Okay.
He's like, so yeah, this large mustachioed stall holder leans towards you. Arius is like, buy a necklace, a pretty necklace for a pretty sea elf. And then immediately it's fresh fish from the side of that.
Arius looks between the necklace and the fish. He's like, fish.
Fish.
He's like, oh. But this large barrel-chested fish seller beckons you over and looking at your discerning appraisal of their wares. And yep, you see all sorts of seafood laid out. Well, not seafood, sorry. Lake food laid out here.
Food.
Lake food.
I would like to smell for the freshest and fattest fish and
Okay.
select that one.
Give me an insights check with advantage.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Arius's insight is, however, I don't think. Oh no, it's actually really good. Didn't realize that.
Yes.
That's 22.
Nice. Okay. There is a very large kind of pike-looking fish, which is on the back there, which is looking very nice. Got a nice sheen to its scales, and smells very nice and fresh. And there are several kind of rainbow trout-looking smaller fish there, and you kind of wrinkle your nose as you see. With all the festival goers and people kind of walking around and nibbling at things, they have a little charcoal brazier at the side with sticks with salted fish grilling
Is that not?
over the fire, like they do here in Japan. Okay, and yeah, so there is the large fish, or there are smaller ones, depending how hungry you are.
I would like to get the big fat fish. I'll point at it.
Okay. And the large stall holder kind of looks at you and says, "That will be 1 silver."
Arius just looks at his coins. He's like, loose.
Loose flurries over and will pull Reese with them because he is, if Reese allows it, because he wants Reese to be involved.
He's like, which one is the silver?
The silver one.
They're all in vague shades of metal.
Okay, so you're looking
Reese
for the
points it out.
shiny white one that's kind of
He
silvery.
picks up the silver one.
The stall
Yep.
stall holder was just about to point at a gold one. He's like, yes, that one, yes.
He gives him the silver one and picks up the fish.
But wait,
This is my fish.
Yeah,
The
and
silver?
Loose and the stall holder at the same time go, "Wait, you're not going to haggle?"
yeah, I was going to say, look, a silver for a fish this size. I bet you pumped it up with fresh water, didn't you, to make it look fat? Squeeze it.
I smelt it.
Squeeze it.
He squeezes it.
Nothing happens. See? Totemo legitimate fish.
Insight check.
Please.
Okay.
Ooh!
Okay. 21. Nice.
He
Totem Polish.
looks a little shifty.
21.
Yeah, he looks a little shifty.
I don't think
Do you want me to buy
you're
him?
telling us the whole
that help?
story.
Arius,
No,
you're
that
gonna
would actually-
investigate more, Arius. Then?
Yeah.
As you squeeze it, no, it's okay. You don't have to roll for it. As you squeeze it, you see there's a kind of parting of the flesh on the bottom of the fish, and it's been slits along the bottom.
I flip it over. What is this?
And as you do, several smooth, round pebbles fall out from inside, and the size of the fish reduces somewhat. And
Think about these lake fishermen
it's like,
filling up with pebbles.
standard practice. I was just bolstering the interior after removing the guts and cleaning the fish for you,
But if
doing
it's
all
closed-
the
I'm
hard
sure
work.
that you would love to give us a better price, because we're
What more fish?
friends. One
Picks
more
up one of the
fish.
rainbow trout.
One, you can make persuasion checks separately, or one with advantage. Your choice.
I'll allow Reese to do it with
Reese, yeah, do
advantage.
it.
I'll be like, oh yeah, Reese is right.
I don't even tell what. Wait. Not bad.
Not bad.
Shalale has a good
Scary,
advantage.
too scary.
What would an illegitimate fish be?
It was just
21 persuasion.
21. He's like, 8 copper, my final price.
Okay. What do you
Or
think, Reese?
just give us 2 more fish.
Why would I give you free fish? I said fresh fish, not free fish.
We give you a
Yes.
silver, plus 2 trout.
Yeah,
Plus this
that,
one.
that way you don't give us back any more coin, and we just take a couple more fish off your hands. Really,
It's
you're
a good
not
deal.
losing anything in this deal.
I give you 1 more fish.
No, I think 2.
Roll me a straight persuasion check.
That's
Can I make it an intimidation check if I smile at him with my scary teeth?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Ooh!
17.
Yeah.
He quails a little bit. He's like,
Can't get on this one.
isn't this kind of cannibalism? Here you go, take it.
No, what this is, it's daylight robbery.
If you eat another mammal, is it cannibalism? Arius says as he's dragged away.
Yeah. Come on.
Hold me back, Luce. Hold me
I
back.
get you.
Reese takes the fish and starts walking away with them so that Arius and
Arius like,
Reese
"Fish."
follow him.
Reese, your cool-headed bargaining, haggling there has gained you inspiration from New Plane. Thank you, New Plane. So pop that down there. Okay, so yes, you have a couple of fish. So like, as these festival goers are kind of walking around eating their grilled fish on sticks, Arius is just there walking around eating a raw fish.
Oh yeah, he's got the big fish and he's just eating it. He's peeling the skin and flesh off and just shoving it in his mouth. He's like, yeah, it's good. We shouldn't take the innards out though. They're nice and salty.
That is true.
Reese is like,
No.
Good God.
Anyway.
No.
No.
Considered reply. No. Okay. So yes, you have snacks. Oh, no worries, New Plane. Thank you. Oyasumi.
Yasumi.
Oyasumi. Okay. So you have fish. We'll travel. What would you like to do? There is that rather nice park in the interior of the market, or anywhere else.
I think we can go to the park for a bit.
Mirth is your oyster.
I think Lucy's going to go to the park and try and earn more money, seeing as he failed before. If he sets up like a stall whilst they eat their fish.
Arius is making jewelry out of the fish bones.
Nice. Okay, right guys, we are poor. We're really poor. We need money. So let's like start up by, I don't know, using our skills to get wares, sell wares rather, and get cash.
I can make these.
Cool.
It looks horrifying.
I can make bouquets for people. I can sell them like single flowers for a copper or something.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah? Reese, what can you do? What are your skills?
I play music and don't steal things.
Play music! There you go.
Yeah.
Great.
I mean,
All right.
Reese, you could make money from that lack of stealing things if you start a protection racket.
Reese was thinking more of when Luce was doing his little like, oh look, I can make my leaves change colors thing. Reese, if he had like actually drawn a crowd, Reese was planning to pickpocket the crowd.
There you go. Okay, so
Luce
yes, you
know
make
that?
your...
No. There's no way.
No? Okay.
Y'all haven't
you
seen
head...
Reese do this yet.
Okay, so yeah, you head into the tetragon, as it's called there, and this small square has a couple of fountains and several statues of the god Ray.
Ray.
Ray,
God.
yes, which surround an obelisk in the centre there of the park. And it's not always the most tranquil place with the market bustling around the exterior of it, but people enjoy it for its colours and smells, as there are several nice trees, as you can see there in the map. And the market air carries a mixture of unique and attractive odours, as you smell kind of perfumed soaps and spices and things coming from the market. And good smells for the rest of you, as of some nice cooking food coming across, but Arius is, like,
Arius
waste.
like,
Yeah, you kind of squat down under one of the trees and finish up your food.
Okay. When we're done, if Arius has made like little jewelry pieces or ornaments out of the fish
he's
bones,
pulled the spine out of the fish
Yeah.
and he's made it into a necklace. He's like,
I think Luce will say, right, so that's not necessarily the most like universally appealing, but if you market yourself as some kind of fish shaman, maybe people will buy them as good luck charms.
fish shaman.
Yeah, you can say, I am the speaker of the seas. Take this fish charm for good luck as you cross the open waters.
Yeah,
That
sure.
sounds
Okay.
like it's going to get us arrested.
No, it's not.
A good luck charm, not a magic charm.
Exactly. Good luck. Speaker of the seas.
Okay.
Read the tides and the waves.
As you're talking to each other and sit under this tree, a kind of youngish girl, kind of you think like 10 or like low teens kind of girl in a very simple kind of smock dress and leather sandals, comes patching over. Hello everyone, how you doing?
Hi.
Oh, it's another tobacco.
Hi.
Have you come for the festival?
How you doing? Yeah, it's great. Wait, are you from here? Are you a local?
I am, and I would like to humbly offer my services as a guide for your time here in the town.
Oh, okay. Do we need one?
Unless you want to be lost and miss out on all the best things of the festival.
I don't trust 10-year-olds.
Oh, that's
I was gonna say,
fine.
can we
I am
insight
10
this
and
girl?
3/4.
Okay. Guys, she seems great.
No.
Okay. Insight checking?
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Me too.
Calantha's the name.
21 for the insight.
Let's say 23 for the insight.
Okay. Yeah, she seems completely legit.
Arius and Luce just standing like,
Sounds great. Well, first of all, I don't have any money, so I've got to actually like make some money to enjoy the festival. Maybe you could help us get some people to like watch.
If I do that, will you promise to hire me and let me show you around?
Hiring you involves payment, doesn't it?
Of course.
Generally, yes.
I don't have any money.
We didn't have any money.
I know, but I'm going to help you get money so you can pay me.
Why is a 10-year-old getting money?
I'm sorry? Yeah, everyone's got to earn a living.
You're 10.
And
I was working at 10.
3/4. Thank
You
you.
shouldn't be spending money. Go home.
You should listen to your friends. They know what they're talking about.
Go home.
I will when the working day is done.
Luce, deal with this.
Okay, well, how about this? If you can gather a good enough crowd and we can make some money, then we'll hire you.
What do you do?
Well, first, what are you charging for a guide?
Yeah, that's a good question. Very good question.
A couple of copper a day.
Oh. Like 2?
One for the morning, one for the afternoon.
Arius is cleaning his teeth with fish bones. Right.
Alright. I mean, Reese, that doesn't seem that bad, does it?
Wait, are the coppers the expensive ones or the not expensive ones?
Not expensive ones.
That one's okay.
She says, you definitely need help.
I don't like you. He bends down.
We've only just met.
I don't like children. He gets back up.
He just kind of pulls out a copper and makes it dance along his fingers.
Oh, this is going to be easy. See? Talented bunch, talented bunch.
Oh.
And she points at the instrument like strung across your shoulder there, Luce. And, Reese, sorry. Do you play that?
I do. He flicks her the copper. We only need a guidance to one place.
Where's that?
The Chromatic Coliseum.
I could do that, sure. And this is payment for those services rendered?
Yeah. He pulls out another copper and flicks it to her, and a tip.
Oh, most generous. I thank you kindly. And as such, I shall perform my duties. And she's talking to you, Reese. And she's like, turn around.
Take my eyes off you.
And then I shall proceed to move in that direction too. And she slowly moves around you as you turn, and makes you turn around and still looking at her. And she just basically points over her shoulders. The Chromatic Coliseum. And it says this large building right next to the market. It's number 28 on the map there.
I'm so happy we hired you.
Wow.
My pleasure. Anything else blindingly obvious I can point out for you?
Oh, just if you'd like to lead us inside, do what a guide would do. Give us a bit of information.
Are you looking to train? Are you going to compete?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, good luck to you. You must tell me what you're going to enter.
Arius has a hammer. What do you have?
We can't use magic when we compete, can we?
Certain types of magic you can.
Yes.
Reese can't use his magic.
And she sorry, what was her name again? Come back.
Yeah, Reese looks very amused when every time you're like, oh, we're going to compete, and Reese is like, yes, and I'm going to bet against you. I'm going to win a lot of money.
Reese, if you don't stop making fun of me, I personally am going to sign you up for 7 subscription services you don't want. You will get boxes of fresh vegetables delivered to your house every single day.
Joke's on you. I love fresh vegetables.
Fine, now I know your weakness. I'm going to get fresh meat sent to you instead.
Joke's
How'd
on
you like
you.
that?
I love fresh meat too.
Right, then you're not getting any perishable produce. You're going to get things you can't get rid of, like pillow subscription services.
We're going to make it an Amazon subscription service.
We're going to get knockoffs.
You're supporting Jeffrey. How does that feel?
Yeah, Charlotte's right-hand man, Jeffrey.
Joke's on you. You're still paying for it.
I'm not paying anything. The taxman's going to come for you. I run away.
Calantha looks confused. She's like, shall we?
Yes, absolutely. Please lead the way.
And
This 10-year-old girl who's more mature than us.
Yeah.
you head out towards the edge of the market again, and back into the ebb and flow of the busy streets there surrounding all the colourful awnings and coverings of the various stalls. And you approach the Chromatic Colosseum, which is an impressive building. And you can see it looks like it's been reopened in recent years but the building looks quite old itself. But the sign and things that are above the entranceway seem to be fairly new. And Calantha kind of skips ahead of you, and she's like, as she's going, she's like giving you a little spiel. She's like, "This is the newly reopened Center of Training and Excellence for the Gladiatorial Arts, and there are many people who come here. There are several people who sign up just because of the festival, and they find out it's not for them very quickly. But I'm sure you'll have a good go at it if that's what you're after."
Yeah, it is.
What's the death rate for these fights?
I'm sure they don't let you fight to the death.
Yeah, it's just a sporting competition. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's great.
Oh, this will be easy.
I thought you didn't want to fight to the death.
What kind of gladiator competition doesn't have you fight to the death?
You seemed very against it last time when those guys were like, "You're going to fight that thing for fun."
That's why I didn't participate.
Oh.
Shall we? She skips ahead and
She's like,
up the marble steps between these large columns at the front. And sorry, Reese, you were saying?
He was gonna say, so Calantha, what does your family do?
Father's a fisherman out on the lake, and
what's his name?
mother makes lace goods, and my brothers, one of them does some work out in the fields, in the farms, and my other brother just does fix his father's nets and things. He's only 6, so Aris is like, nah, come on.
It's pretty common for fishermen families.
He's training. He's going to be a fisherman like father when he's older.
And they don't want you in the boat.
Oh, I get seasick.
That's probably a good call.
I reach out and take her hand. You're just like me.
Yeah, both of you have the middle age of a 10-year-old.
And 3/4.
I said what I said.
Luce just like his ears droop further.
Arya sticks a fish bone behind Luce's ear.
Don't touch me.
He doesn't touch you. He's like,
Don't come near me.
Calantha kind of whispers conspiracy to you, Luce. She's like, your father's really mean. Come on, let's go.
Luce is like, that's
call me Daddy, Luce.
No! Luce throws him to the floor.
It's like the daddy version of that meme. It's like, Daddy, Daddy.
No!
Sorry, Daddy.
No!
Sorry.
Arya just looks a bit pleased. He's like small.
No.
Doesn't quite work in real life because I'm still living.
Never mind. But yes, she leads you, Luce, and the others following behind, into the relative calm and quiet of the interior of the Chromatic Colosseum. And let's just do that. So, you make your way inside there, and you can hear the clash of metal on metal and the grunts and various sounds of exertion as people seem to be training inside the courtyard of this facility. And you make your way through the shadows and the cool interior of the entranceway, and you do see a large group of people training. There are some training with tridents and spears, and some others using, learning how to throw nets, and just all the various different sporting types of combat. And some people just doing wrestling. Yeah, right, absolutely. And there are some people just doing like bare hand wrestling, and and being watched over by various people. And
very mean to me. I made a spelling mistake in my notes, and Arius here thought, "Oh, let's point that out." Want a trident?
Yeah, I want a trident.
I go over and take the only trident. It's mine.
Are
you proficient in trident?
No.
Clanth's like, Luce, what are you doing? You can't do that. You're not a student.
I am now. I'm learning from you. A 10-and-a-half-year-old.
I'm not one of the trainers.
How do we sign up?
Yeah, I want to look for a teacher.
I don't want to get in trouble with the master. They're scary.
How do we sign up?
Let's see. Hello. Anybody?
I want to sign up, please.
I want a trident.
Hello.
I want to go to war.
I want a lightsaber.
What?
Meanwhile, Reese disappearing behind a column.
So awful to be around.
We're really not fun.
A stripped to the waist, rather sweaty half orc comes over and is kind of like toweling themselves off, and then just like come over and is like, yes, may I help you? You wish to join the academy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very well. We are nearing the end of classes for today, but you are welcome to start on tomorrow.
Can you teach me?
I'm sorry?
What?
Insight check. 21. How you feeling, Luce?
He's a bit flustered at the sight of this half orc.
There's like, what about?
Ah. Now we see Aris's true feelings.
You can teach us though, right? We can learn.
If you have the coin and you have the willingness to persevere, yes, of course.
This is why we needed to make mine before we came. How much is it? Good, very good, sir.
There are various courses available. If you are looking for an accelerated plan to give you the edge that you need in the festival's championships and competitions, yes, then there is a more pricey but intensive course. There is just the
highly accelerated. Yeah.
Indeed. Well, it is a gold piece per day for the training.
How long until the festival?
Like a day.
One day.
It's already started, I'm afraid, but there are still plenty of events to take place. I'm sorry.
How long until the part where we compete? How long?
There are bouts going on every day. You're free to join when you deem yourself ready.
Okay. So you see, there was actually 4 of us. My friend Reese is hiding. Somewhere. I can't actually see them right now.
Scuff is looking after something.
The possessed-looking person behind us is also part of our party, but I promise we will remove the vague aura of death around him before we begin.
Yeah.
Although maybe he should keep that.
No.
Okay.
And Scuff says, I'm not sure how I feel about fighting for money. I will formulate my opinions and deliver them to you when I have a beard.
Also, like, Reese is gonna pass Chessenta a silver and tell her to go back to her family.
Her eyes just go like saucers. It's just like,
yeah. He kind of gives her like a
cheers,
like a shush motion, like a don't, like keep it a secret.
She just like does a little like faux salute and skips off happily.
Reese.
Yeah, Reese. And then Reese joins the group once.
We need money.
Reese's Puffs. Reese's Puffs.
drop from the shadows of the room of 3-point landing. What?
What?
No, he just like suddenly slinks up behind the group.
Yeah.
Ah! Sorry, I'm scared of you.
The half-orc does not flinch.
Reese reminds me of a moray eel.
Yes.
Yeah, that's about right.
Reese, we need money.
Actually, what we came here to do was deliver something to the master of this school. Is that the right word?
Academy is what we go with, but yes.
Academy.
Yes,
Yes.
fine. Looks up through the opening in the courtyard above. Be careful, you do not want to get shat on. Nasty things.
I can make that happen. I can talk to birds.
If
Fascinating.
you're trying to flirt loose, this is not going well for you.
I'm not trying to
It's
flirt.
it's not going well. It's certainly happening.
Everyone is making assumptions. No, I was just stating a mere fact. If I don't know if this would be considered okay for a big fight, but I can talk to birds and have them poop on people as a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
It's business first and other things after.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, where do we take the sword? It's a big cursed blade. Kind of feels like it's compelling you to kill things.
He kind of like herds you like further into the space. He's like, you are walking through the streets with a sword? What are
Yeah,
you doing?
we are
You get arrested
Trying
and
to-
thrown in the cells. What are you thinking?
delivering a package.
We're trying to keep it out of the hands of people who could get hurt by it.
That too.
And we were told that the master here could take care of such an object that we have
Mhm.
come across.
These words were spoken.
I don't know who you heard this from, but you're much mistaken. This is a training facility. We have nothing but gladiatorial and competition weapons here. There are no edges, no things here. I don't know
Yes.
what you're speaking of, you silly
We
tourists.
Insight check.
Yeah,
Insight check.
I'm not inside.
You don't.
Reese
you don't,
doesn't believe it.
Loading.
Oh, 23.
Very
you,
good.
You don't need to. You can tell.
Natural one.
Oh.
Oh, that's such a shame.
Stop.
This is distracted by the rippling.
He's like, he's clearly, he's just uncomfortable and is worried about how blatantly you're talking about this sword.
For
Clearly.
once, it wasn't me who was saying things so obviously, guys.
We can get out of your hair as soon as we have this problem dealt with.
I'd like a trident though.
He kind of subconsciously runs his hands through his long, luscious hair, and and he's like,
Akin to Sarah.
please, can we get out of this public space?
Oh, absolutely. I would love to.
Can I have a trident there?
Training weapons are issued once the training has begun. Excuse me, this new recruit has signed up for one of our evening sessions. Kaflop, wasn't it? Yes, you are training with the trident and net? Yes, this way, the instructors are waiting. Thank you for the follow, Kaflop. Kaflop.
Very good.
And
They get a sword.
I want a
We need a
trident.
sword.
they are signed up and ready.
Okay, well, what?
On the morrow,
Take
on the
us
morrow.
to this mysterious secret room, give us the
Please.
forms, and then we'll be on our way.
This is so interesting. This way is the mysterious secret room. It says that on the door. No,
Seriously.
you are led to a Spartan, if you excuse the appropriate term, a Spartan chamber with a couple of benches and a large stone desk with a couple of documents and things on top, and the half-orc says, I have asked the master to join us once the training is complete. Please wait a moment.
really want to try it.
I can tell.
And you sit yourself on the benches here, and you can hear the sounds of clashing weapons and things dying down in the background in the courtyard beyond, signaling that the day's training is coming to an end. And you hear a booming voice calling out to the students, it seems. Right, okay, everyone, that's all for today. Don't forget to be here bright and early if you have classes tomorrow, because it's all about to kick off.
Sean? Who is it?
I've only said that once before. I wonder if you remember.
No.
Anyone
Oh my
who's-
gosh.
Anyone who's seen the channel intro at the top page of our Twitch channel may recognise that as well.
What's this from?
It's from Avernus.
I just remembered.
You
Things.
hear various people saying goodbye and moving. There's a large sound of footsteps and people are leaving, and a short while later the door opens and kind of almost leaning to come through and kind of tucking themselves as they have to fold a large pair of wings, a very, very well built black dragonborn
Knew it.
with a large set of wings on their back steps through into the room. The half-orc nods respectfully and says, Master Ebenmash, the people here have something to say to you? I will make my preparations and leave. Until tomorrow.
Don't forget to bring my trident.
Yes. They also want to sign up.
Evan Marsh,
Good
it's so good to finally meet you. I feel like we've been looking for this opportunity for this whole time.
And this
Hi.
huge, this large black dragonborn kind of moves into the space. Good
Reese gives a
evening, good
respectful
evening.
little bow.
What brings you to our establishment?
Business.
Big sword.
That's a very
Big
bold
sword
thing
business.
just to blurt out like that. Are you from
We came
these
across
parts?
a cursed object, and we were told you could handle its danger.
Really? Wow. We have dealt with a few cursed objects in our time. Yes. What might we do for you then?
Just take it off our hands.
Hmm.
We don't want to be on the wrong side of the law, and we don't want anybody to get hurt, you know?
We were told by some people who lived underground that we should give it to you, and so now we're giving it to you.
And that you'd give us a trident in exchange.
I heard that too. Shocking.
That was not in the deal.
No, it definitely was part of the deal.
Reese doesn't know what he's
wasn't.
saying, and we do.
Two against
Oh
one.
yeah. Who sent you?
The boar man. Hippo.
Yeah, Hippotesi, the heebie-jeebies,
Heebie-jeebies.
the ghoul walkers, the ghost walkers, the thieves in Heptios. We came from the thieves guild in Heptios.
Reese looks like he's having not just the biggest face palm, just pinching the bridge of his
Aelin
nose.
loves us.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is true.
we're great to adventure with.
No.
Okay.
I feel like the least chaotic bard on the planet.
It's a choice, and I love it.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember if I have a picture of our friend here to show folks who have not watched our Descent into Avernus game.
I wrote at the beginning of this session,
Uh-huh.
Chromatic Colosseum, Firemore? Question mark.
Yeah.
Because at the very end of our campaign, Firemore said he was going to go through the Sea of Fallen Stars of Chessenta. And I was like, it's going to be what? This is the second. This is the best.
Who is Firemore?
Firemore is a red dragonborn who was being called to work for Tiamat potentially, and and become a master of chaos, etc., etc. Formerly a gladiator in the pits. He and Lincoln got off to a rocky start. PC, yes. But the real reason he was going down to Avernus was to find his mentor, Ebonmarsh, had gone missing. And this is Ebonmarsh.
This is Ebonmarsh.
Yeah.
It is. So you found him.
But Lincoln and Firemore ended up being like besties by the end.
Mm-hmm.
Lincoln confirms.
Can confirm. So I'm just looking through my files here. Thank you for the history lesson, Emma.
That's all. Anyone who hasn't seen the Avernus campaign, it was really great.
It was. You should check it out.
It's not like halfway through, but still fun.
No, sorry. I can't. Sorry. For those of you who don't know, I had a while back. I had a massive catastrophe where I accidentally deleted my entire D&D folder.
No.
Yes, I did. So I do not have all of the stuff I used to have. Unfortunately, I have all the original character art, safe and sound. But I have lost some other things, such as our dear Ebonmarsh's picture. Anyway, never mind. Yes, he is a massive black dragonborn with big leathery black wings. A gift from Tiamat. He was working as a bodyguard for one Joe Manganiello's character.
Oh yeah.
For a while. And no, Joe Manganiello has not been on the stream. Yes, we do have some rather special guests from time to time, but yet. Deleting the master folder sucks. Yes, Bolly. It was. I thought it was the shortcut to the folder, not the folder itself.
I did that on stream. I had a Siren State
it was really
sound
sad.
set with all of my magic music on for one section. I accidentally deleted it, the whole thing, on stream, and I was like, yeah,
and then cried for 20 minutes, and it was very sad.
I feel your pain. Okay, so Ebonmarsh walks forward, and Scuff brings out the hidden blade, and Ebonmarsh looks at it, and he looks at the wardings and the the things that have were wrapped around the exterior, kind of the blessings and things, and he nods. Yeah, that definitely looks like the handiwork of our Heptios friends.
So you are friends with the Thief Guild and Heptios, so you're also the Thief Guild here? Is that how that works? I look at Reese.
Reese went from a single face palm to a double.
Huh.
Let's just say we've met some very resourceful thieves in our time. We specialized more in pirate captains, silver foxes, if you will. But
I met a pirate captain once. It was really spooky.
Really?
Yeah, had like a big white beard, family with him. Ship was like on fire or something. It was called Burning Valentine. I waved at it from the coast.
They were nearly as well travelled as me, then. You've been out to the ocean?
We both lived by the ocean in the ocean.
Never heard of the ocean.
Okay, he's never heard. Sorry, he's never heard of the ocean. I didn't know that. I lived by the ocean. And Reese lived under a rock.
He lies about a lot of things.
I am not a liar.
Oh my god, that's
really mean. Reese.
Why would you accuse anybody in this group of lying about anything?
We're all liars. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, hi.
Well, I will do as asked and take this off your hands.
Thank you.
Are you looking for somewhere to stay?
Possibly. Any services we might provide while we're in town?
Like a free trident?
that is not a place to stay.
He's really got that trident on the brain.
Apparently.
I really like tridents.
You should sign up for some of our classes.
But we brought you a cursed sword. Can we have a free trident?
Trust me, it's going to be more stress than I care to deal with looking after this thing and dealing with it and getting shot of it safely and without being detected by the authorities. You should be paying me.
I can't pay anyone.
Okay, I will make sure you get a trident.
Thank you.
I promise. I promise.
I'll be much more effective with a trident.
Okay. In the meantime, I can use a net. I use it to pull in fish.
Right, well, the docks are that way if you want to sign up for a fishing boat.
Okay.
If we give you a gold coin, can we have a trident and a net?
I think there are several stalls in the market that sell replicas. Yeah, you could grab one there.
No,
Okay,
we
we're not
want
getting
we
it.
want a proper one though. If it was a
ones-
gold coin for the class,
What if we signed up for a class? Right here, right now.
Arius, do you want a blunted training weapon or do you want a proper trident?
I want a proper trident.
That might
Then
be
you're in the wrong place. Look,
Exactly.
we have training weapons and nothing else, and they are not allowed beyond these walls.
Say I wanted a proper one, where would I go for that?
You should talk to our friends at the point of lodging, shall we say.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
You want to talk to my good friend Thaddeus.
Adios.
Thaddeus Zervos. He has a place to stay.
Servos. Point of lodging.
Trident man.
And don't let him tell you they're full. Their main lodgings will be full with the
Of course.
the games and the festivals going on. But show him this.
What is it? I
It
don't
is
see any.
a thick, almost medallion type metal coin with a
We should definitely look after that.
strange carving on it. It's almost unpleasant to look at. And just for Emma's sake, not for any of the characters' sake, it is a spent salt coin.
Ah, yuck. They all know what soul coins are because I took them to hell
Okay.
in our other campaign.
There you go.
That
Yes.
was so much fun.
And Lincoln was there as well. So they
Yeah, Lincoln was there,
Nice.
and he flirted with my character,
fun.
who later became the dad of his boyfriend.
What is that?
This says Maria's dad.
There's so much going on.
Yeah.
There is.
Anyway,
Lincoln's been a busy boy since he left Averis.
Yes.
Also, did you say that Reese should hold on to the soul coin?
Luce says that. Yes, please, definitely, you should do that.
Yeah, okay. Tucks it away.
You're not going to steal it, are you?
No, I'm gonna provide logic for us.
Okay, cool, great. I trust you. Anyway,
I don't trust you, but
That's fine.
Evan, do you know any fun activities happening this evening at the festival or the market?
trident carving.
All of the decent stuff, all the good combat and events and things happen during the course of the day. So that's all done and dusted, I'm afraid. There might be some music and stuff going on.
I love music. I love dancing.
Well, to each their own.
Okay. Do you guys want to go dancing before we go to the tavern?
I've never been dancing in my life.
Reese? Scott?
Dancing sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes, I
I'm
suppose.
terrified.
I like sea shanties the best.
I can learn some.
There once was a... Did I tell you, Joe and I are in the video that the Longest Johns made for that.
Oh, that's so
They
good.
did a community sings project where they had all their fans like send in videos of them singing that, and then there's this huge collage, and then Joe and I, which is my 5-year-old people watching at home, Joe and I are right next to them, the main singers in the middle, like on the front.
That's so good. I love that.
Because Joe just like loved that song and was singing it all the time.
I love it.
It's cute. Okay, so he points you in the right direction to meet this Thaddeus Zervos. He's like, yeah, you can't miss it. It's hang on, let's see, where is it? It's over in the southeast of the town, near the docks. Just follow the smell of the delicious cooking fish. They're known for it. It's the same place as the tabaxi you said about.
Arius just keeps groaning. It's a sustained noise at this point.
Don't like
that. And he's like, well, if you don't mind, if I've got to deal with this before getting my rest with a full day tomorrow, I should get to it.
Absolutely.
Okay, and what
Thank
time
you so
do we
much.
come in time for the classes to start? Please,
If
you don't mind.
If the sunlight through the window wakes you, you're late.
Okay, so we're going to be late, but I'm telling you that now. It's a very important appointment in the morning. We'll have an appointment tomorrow morning.
Do you really want to take the classes?
Do you not want to? I kind of want to go once to see what kind of things we might be up against.
Yeah.
Let's do one class.
Okay. One
day,
class, we will
and
be
then we
on
go.
time. On time.
I don't know how to tell time.
And
Son.
Luce and Arius, you have time to kill until your contacts arrives. So
Okay, sick.
when in myth.
So, I am going to bid them goodbye, and then I am going to enthusiastically hurry towards wherever the music and dancing is.
Okay. So, are you interested in interior or exterior? Brilliant.
Exterior dancing under the stars.
And is that going to be serene, kind of nice, calming music, or raucous?
Balkan, Balkan. I'm looking for some Bistani.
Yes. As the evening comes in, the mists roll in off the lake, and the Bistani appear from the mists. Okay, you are... you're given directions to get to Nerostomo, the mouth-watering tavern, which is where the Thieves Guild contact is. And you're also directed for music means in the direction of the amphitheater, which is number 3 there, of course, in the west of this town there.
Number 3.
Number 3 there, the amphitheater.
I don't know where west is.
And what was the number of the tavern?
The tavern is 21, down there by the docks. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, that's so close to the docks.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it?
On.
The freshest fish.
That's true, though.
Okay, what we'll do, we'll go and dance just a little bit, and then we'll go to the docks. Okay. Sound good?
Oh, suddenly dancing sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah!
All right.
John, you disappeared!
Phase into the background.
You blinked.
Yeah,
You
the
just
green
your
screen.
head for a second. Oh.
I can't do it again. It's not going to let me do it again. Sorry, the automatic green screen there. Okay, so you make your way through the thronging crowds of people in the streets here for the festival, and people are just coming and going. Hang on, let me change the music a bit. Yes. And the lanterns have been lit through the town, and there are strings of paper lanterns hanging in the from the various stalls, and the market is going on even as just as busy as it was in the early evening when you first arrived. and you head off towards the western side of the town, towards the amphitheater there. And as you get closer, let me switch the music at least. There we go. Okay. So yeah, you head in the direction that you were given directions for, and you do hear the music echoing across the night breezes as various exotic smelling dishes are being prepared in various stalls and things around the place, and there are amphora of wine being dealt out. Although you do hear quite a lot of people complaining about it's not like it used to be in previous years. And this kind of falls in with reports that you've heard of mismanagement by Shala and everyone of the resources of the country, and people starting to get a bit miffed and a bit disappointed with the government as is, and complaining about the lack of food and things. And they're reminiscing about the huge, like, creaking tables, groaning under the weight of all of the amazing produce and foods and cheeses and things, and how it's it's been dwindling and dwindling year after year in recent times. But they do make the best of it as they can, and there is wine, and more importantly, there is music. And you step into the recessed amphitheater as you arrive at the top of the back end of it, and it is recessed down a slope. Sorry, you say?
I avoid the sheep.
No problemo. And as you enter into the space, there are guttering torches in the slight breeze that's coming off the lake in the evening here, and you see various masks, like the Greek kind of tragic play, the masks and things that they wear. There are various masked dancers leading the dance, and then there are lots of visitors and people at festival goers and things joining in. And at the moment, it's kind of as a serene, kind of like formal, kind of like hands joined, choreographed dance. But as people are lounging on the tiered seating of the amphitheater, watching, and people are coming and going and stepping in and out of the dance as it continues on there. What would you like to do?
I would like to go and get everyone a glass of beverage, and whether that is wine or otherwise, and then I will top it up with the wine we got from Thieves Guild when I realise it's probably not as strong as it's supposed to be.
Arius is just never drunk, right?
Time to drink. I will pass them all around and I'll say, right, so usually, as for a bit of something, we would put a bit of salt in our wine to kind of make us think of the ocean and all that. But usually it comes salty anyway. But we don't have to do
you
that.
don't have to think of the ocean. What's that? I mean,
I won't be doing that anyway. So I pass the wine all around everybody, and I'll say, "Cheers! We made it!
Cheers."
In spite of lions attacking us and all that stuff in Heptaos, we're here, and I'm glad to be here with you guys.
Here.
Yeah! Indeed. And I will drink very heavily.
I will stick my tongue in it and be like,
Okay. Thank you.
Just sips at it.
You see, Luce, that the main people that seem to be working here at the amphitheater and leading the festivities and showing the dances to people, there are a couple of satyrs. Here.
Interesting. Satyrs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Their little cloven hoofs clicking on the stones of the amphitheater.
Okay.
What's wrong, Luce?
I finish my drink and I just say, nothing actually. This is perfectly fine. Shall we dance?
Insight check on that?
Yes. That's fine.
Player on player insight checks. Dun, dun, dun.
That is a dare T20.
Luce was a little bit taken aback at seeing the saints, but is quickly gotten over it, do you think? With a big swig of wine as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, shall we go and learn the dash?
Sure.
Wow, you
You're
can
gonna
really
really
dance. I just start like wiggling my shoulders and going over. I shall dance. I shall learn the dance.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way down to the flat area at the bottom where the plays and concerts and various things would be held, and yeah, you start to learn the steps of the various festival dances and things that are being taught, and enjoyed by the people. And
I do not mind if I'm actually following the steps, but I'm just having a good time.
it's a kind of interpretive
Interpretive dance.
rendition of the dances. Yeah.
And if anyone looks awkward, I will help them.
That would be me. I can't dance at all.
Okay, I will grab Arius and I will start just like flailing his arms to try and loosen him up. How's Reese's dancing? As a bard, I'm curious.
Yeah, Reese is a pretty good dancer.
Yeah.
Wow, you're such a good dancer.
The reason.
Yeah.
What is it? What a coincidence.
What a coincidence.
Also, if it looks like Luce is uncomfortable, Reese would just kind of top his wine off with his, basically.
Oh, thank you. I will
Bonus.
drink it slowly but surely. And if it needs some livening up here, then I will also just kind of, when there's like a brief moment where the crowd is like very dense and nobody can really see what's happening, I will let a spray of like cherry blossoms out of my sleeve using druidcraft so that they can like waft over the crowds.
Be an anime moment.
Maybe pick up the people's sort of like spirits a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, as you know, people don't see where it came from. They just think it's like people like just like throwing flower petals into the crowd, and there's like a ooh yay, and people like react to that, and that kind of spiral. A couple of people like dancing around as the petals come fluttering down, and yeah. Now, anyone that would like to, if you want to give a performance check to see how well you're dancing.
Yes! I've been waiting for this one.
Okay.
You use pink dice. Natural 20!
Very nice, very nice.
Fabulous.
Serendipitous.
15.
21.
Just a 21.
Just as right.
Yeah, that's the highest I can get.
Just 21.
Excellent. Okay. So yes, Arius, you do pretty well considering, you know.
Considering it's my first time, guys.
Yeah. But Luce and Reese, yeah, you do a fantastic job.
I think I'll make us all join hands and I'll spin us around in a big circle, and as we go, more blossoms will just fall all around us.
Arius looks enchanted by them. He's like,
Yeah. And he just wants to make sure that they're having a good time. And he'll just say, hey guys, I know everything's been super tense the last few days, but you're all right. I just wanted you to know that. Okay, cool. Whee! And I throw more flowers.
Okay, and just all the people are smiling despite the tough times that have befallen Chessenta recently. And I think it is a smidge early, but I have early things to do tomorrow. And as you are spinning and spiraling through the place with the falling flower petals around you and the dancing lanterns bobbing up and down in the breeze off the lake, and your stomach's full of raw fish, you and a nice splash of wine, we shall leave our adventurers in a relatively content place here, and before they find their rest, and we get into the festival of the Great proper. Okay, thank you everybody. A big thank you to everyone that's joined us today. Thank you for jumping in, everybody. Thank you for the follows, everyone. If you have given us a follow, we will give you an invitation to our followers Discord, which will be headed your way just after we go offline. So keep your eyes open for that. Head on over there to share projects that you've got going on online or wherever that's happening. Look to be a player in someone's game. Look for players in your game. Share any art or anything that you'd like to share over there. It is a chill place to hang out, and also the best place to get the news of what's going on our channel here, such as April 18th, Monday, April 18th, we will be featuring one of the fantastic one-shots from Scarlet Song's Patreon, and you can enjoy that. We will be joined, so far at the moment, we have Swag, who you saw in Chessenta's Tyranny as a guest for a while, as Tyrannex came breezing through. And then the fabulous Dead Aussie Gamer will be joining us for that as well as a couple more guests to be announced. Then next month, Emma, this will take you back, we are once again joining up with the Games Tavern for their No Kid Hungry charity week.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all of our streams, our campaigns, and 2 special guest games will be kicking off and being enjoyed during that event. And we have been releasing the information about our special guests over on the Discord before anywhere else. If you are able to join us, please do. And you can donate for your chance to win fabulous prizes and to influence what's going on in the games as well. We are going to be joined by the project lead for the recent Critical Role book, Call of the Netherdeep, one James Hake, and also... yeah, and Kelsey Dion, who is the Arcane Library, will be joining us as well as NFL Cleveland Browns player Johnny Stanton, from the pro football player from America, will be joining us for that as well. And also the fabulous Quincy of Quincy's Tavern, and Dead Aussie Gamer again because he's fabulous, and also the most recent addition to our wonderful group of people, Brian and Cucumber from Perception Studio. If you want to see what foul-mouthed Muppets playing D&D looks like, do join us for that. It's going to be fab. Yes, we're looking forward to that. Right, Phoenix Uaki, what time will the one-shot be? Need to know if it's AM or PM, so you can make sure to join chat. Thank you, Baron Dragonborn. Those will be 10 AM here, so 9 PM Eastern Daylight Time. Excuse me, if you're on the east coast of North America there. So it's one of our morning session times. Thank you for checking on that. Please keep a lookout for more information about that as we get closer. We'll be sending it out to Twitter and on the Discord and everything. And you will be able to join us again next week. No Candlekeep Mysteries this week, so this is the end of our sessions for the week. But if you would like to jump into that giveaway, !enter, last chance to get in there and have your chance to win a fabulous piece of encounter design from CZRPG, our lovely sponsor at the moment. If you want to check out their Patreon, do head on over. Amazing encounters and beautiful maps for your games, and they can be dropped into campaigns or used as one-shots, and awesome stuff. There is the Patreon there. Now, everyone, let us do a quick rundown of next week's sessions, and you can jump in that giveaway if you like, and then we shall draw the winner after we're done. We will be jumping into Rime of the Frost Maiden on Tuesday, and then after that it's our usual run of Out of the Abyss, Barovia and Beyond, Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Deadlands next week, potentially the finale of Deadlands coming up, and then Candlekeep Mysteries on the Saturday. So I hope you're able to join us whenever and wherever you are able to, and it'll be a pleasure to see you when you do. Right, okay, let me just do a quick refresh on the old iPad here. Let's get all of those entries. Right, Kaflop, it's our first time playing it, and yeah, we're loving it. It's really good fun. It's nice to be a cowboy in the Weird West. Speaking of Firemore, as Luce was before, it is Josh that is GMing that for us. Okay, all of the entries are in. I am closing up. Boop. Okay, good luck everyone that jumped in there. Let's see who today's winner is. Going to Bolly. Congratulations, Bolly. Thank you for joining us today. Don't mind everyone else, but do not worry. We have giveaways in all of our streams at the moment. Do jump in for a chance to win again in the near future. Hope, 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 hope. So, and Bolly, I know you're here even if I don't get to look at chat properly because I recognise that emote so well. Is that your own, or is that from? Yes, it is your own, isn't it? Yeah. It's just such a recognisable one. Congratulations. Let me second your hype with ours. Right. Okay. Thank you, everybody. As the sights and sounds of mirth disappear in the background,
I want to play again.
We
I
shall.
want to play more right now.
We shall in a couple of weeks. Let me just double check. That's going to be okay. Yes, 22nd. We are off the week after that because of Golden Week, if you remember that, Emma.
Oh, yeah.
From Japanese times. Yes, our next Chessenta's Tyranny session is the week before that. So we will be back in a fortnight, and we look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon. Is there anything coming up on different channels, other places?
Not for the moment.
But my character died last game.
There you go.
Oh, no.
And mine spent 2 diamonds trying to make it the Revivify work, and it didn't happen.
Oh, dear.
I'm in the astral sea. Woo!
Fun. Fun never ends.
Are you going to be a playable NPC in the new D&D book? The Journeys
Until
through
they bring him back, yeah.
Journeys through the Radiant Citadel.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited for that. It looks
That
great.
looks really cool, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we definitely want to play some of those as one-shots or something.
Yeah.
Right, okay, everybody. Let us say an oyasumi to all of you lovely folks. We are going to head off raiding somewhere. Do stick with us and get yourself some of those lovely, lovely Dream Pie channel points so that you can give inspiration to our players. Play Nerd is on. Thank you, Baron. That makes that easy. Yes, we are going to be heading over to our stream team friends at Play Nerd Allies as they are designing Magnificent Mythologies, the next installment of their fantastic Foundation for Inclusivity in Gaming series, which is featuring entirely creators of colour, producing beautiful one-shots and supplements for D&D, and giving them professional editing and artwork and producing everything and co-writing it with them. And then all of the profits go to the creator as it's sold on the RPG drive-through.
I did some work with them up until very recently, and they are
nice.
great.
Yes, they are. And the first one was released recently, actually, over on Drive-Thru RPG, and that was by one of the writers from Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. So, yes, that is definitely someone. Let's go and see who they are working with today and see what other fantastic adventures are on the way. So, Difference, thank you again. And we shall see you all once more very, very soon. Stick around for the raid if you got up and let those phoenixes fly. But till next time, as we say around these parts, oyasumi nasai.
Yes,
Bye.
Oyasumi.